Natasha Denona, One Size, Fenty, About Face, Lawless, ABH. We've got a lot of new makeup to test. Alright y'all, it is a rainy and nasty day here today, so I'm looking forward to playing with some new makeup. I already have lip oil on. I just have on my Martine Cosmetics Summer Lip Oil. I love these. And then I do have on my One Size Secure the Glow Primer. So I've been testing this for about 10 days now, and I take my time with complexion reviews. I cannot do a first impression and be like, I love this. So I posted my first time trying this sometime, but it's been about 10 days that I've been trying this. It's a tacky hydrating primer. It's very serum like. Definitely watch that first impression if you want to see, but I've been enjoying it. I don't like it with I don't like it with foundations that are super duper glowy. I like to use mattifying primers with those, but I have really been enjoying this with my foundations that are more matte or skin like matte. I've tested it with a handful of different foundations now, and I'm enjoying it. So even though it's new and I'm still reviewing it, I feel comfortable using it with a new foundation. If you know me, I usually use a primer I know, love, and trust with a new foundation so I can really see what's going on, but I've really been enjoying that one. So I feel comfortable using it with the new About Face foundation. So About Face is a makeup brand. They are at Ulta, but I ordered mine directly from the site, and I'm looking forward to trying it. It's my first time trying the brand. They released their skin-focused foundation, the Performer, and I bought 2 different shades because I wasn't sure and I really wanted to try this foundation. I think this was $22. I will link this and everything I talk about in the description box, but I bought the shade medium 2 olive and medium deep 1 olive, the Performer foundation. Okay, so we're gonna start with M2 olive, and I really like this packaging. I thought this was sleek and cool, and I was into it. The applicator is this big doe foot. Clinique has a applicator like this for their foundation. I don't mind it, and I do really like this shade. The other shade I think is going to be great for summer. So I've only worn this foundation once, and I did use it with a mattifying primer. The first time I wore it, I used it with my Glow Recipe mattifying drop whatever primer that I love. So I thought today we would use it with the more glowy primer. It is supposed to be a medium coverage with a skin-like finish, and I want to see how it's going to do with this more glowy primer. I do have some redness on my skin, some irritation, so I'm just going to press with my sponge, and I'll show y'all what kind of that much looks like. Because the first time I used it, I definitely felt like it was a light coverage, and I had to go in with a second layer to get medium. So let's see how it's doing on the more hydrating tacky primer. I think that's giving me a medium coverage. My first impression of it with the Glow Recipe, when I was just not filming, I didn't love, but today it's definitely looking glowy. We'll set with powder, all of that, but I think it just applied way better over this primer, the Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. Definitely more of a medium coverage. So here's what we're looking like. Here's no foundation. So I definitely feel like it covered redness. So over here I have nothing, and over here was kind of the same. I had a few little places of redness, but now, oh, that's looking nice, right? Okay. I have not been able to do a wear test on it. The first time I wore it, I only had it on for like 6 hours, so I'm making sure I picked up the right shade. I only had it on for like 6 hours, so I definitely need to really, really wear it longer, but like I feel like I'm getting a good amount of product out without having to like dip back in and in, which was not my experience the first time. So that's why I don't just do first impressions, y'all. I know it would be so cool if I could like get reviews up way faster or try something one time, especially like a foundation, and be like, oh, it's this, this, and this. Like, I can give you my first impression, but for me, I just really want to test things multiple times, especially complexion. You know, like eyeshadow, lip product, those are a little bit easier to tell, but not with complexion for me. So here's what the foundation is looking like. I think it's looking really good. Okay, so this is the Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. So I bought this in the shade 295W. This was described as warm olive. I've never used this. This just made it to me last night. So this will be a true first impression. I'm just going to put concealer right under my eye. We'll do one side and we'll see. But this is supposed to be a hydrating medium coverage concealer. I love a medium coverage so much. I just kind of my preference for foundations and concealers. So I want to see how this does. It is hydrating, and hi, my name's Heather if you're new here. I have oily skin. I live in a humid place. So this may not be the best for me, but we're gonna see. I'm curious because even though I have oily skin, I'm living in a humid place. I don't want concealers that are just like completely matte or gonna dry out my under eye because I'm 36. So I still need something to give me a little hydration under the eyes, to wear well, to not like break apart, to not dry me out and make me look like dusky under there. So I usually let my concealer set on my skin for a couple of minutes, kind of warm up, and then I blend it in. I just feel like it blends better, it gives me the coverage I want, all of that. But I do think we have a nice shade because I wanted something a little lighter. I do like to have a little bit of brightness in the center of my face. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one looks. Okay, so I'm going to use my Singe brush, and I will link the brushes in the description box as well. I'm just kind of like pressing it in like this so we can see how it looks, kind of blending it down like this. I know so many people are like, don't do the triangle, but for me, like, it works. Like, I still like that. I understand it's not trending anymore, but do what you like. And I kind of like to press it in and then just blend it out and downwards like that. I think that's looking really nice. I definitely feel like it looks hydrated. I have the medium coverage. It's definitely like brighter than over here. It covered up like this bit of darkness, but not completely. I mean, to me, this looks like a true medium coverage, hydrating, but not too dewy concealer. Okay, okay. I mean, time will tell. It will take me wearing this more than once to really know what I think about it, but so far so good. All right, before we set with powder, I want to use my cream blush. I am so excited. My Natasha Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio is here, and we're going to play with it. I love Natasha Denona cheek products. So we have a cream blush, Tinted Glow Cream Base, and then a Dream Glow highlighter. So before I do my powder, I want to, oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. I want to go in with both of these. So this one definitely not matte, but more like a satin. And then this one is definitely glowy. but not sparkly. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Let me get, well, maybe we should just like apply it with our sponge. So let's see, let me like tap on maybe with my finger. I use Natasha Denona products like this, other ones that I have, all different ways. I use them with my fingers, with my sponge, with a brush. So I have no doubt that I can do the same with this. All right, I just added a little bit more. Just blending. That is such a pretty color. Like, I really like that. That's really, really pretty. Definitely a beautiful berry color. Oh, I'm so excited to be using this. I ordered so much of this stuff thinking it was gonna come last week, and then there was some inclement weather, and you know, nobody was really able to get out safely, so there were no deliveries. So I've been like waiting and waiting and waiting to get this, and I think that is gorgeous. Let me do the glow base now, and I'll tap that kind of where I'm gonna put highlighter, and then we'll put the powder highlighter on top afterwards. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I think you could mix those two together, or you could use them separately. I just want to use them all today. That's so pretty. Okay, I am so pleased with everything so far. It's making me very happy, but we are gonna set the under eye with my Huda Beauty Peach Pie Easy Bake. So Peach Pie is a newer shade, and it is going to be a brightening powder. So I know the pink under eye trend, super popular. I tried it. I don't think it looked bad. If like you love it, I love it for you. But my personal preference with my olive warm leaning undertone, I do like a shade that's warmer. The pink is definitely still brightening, can definitely make it work, but for me, my personal preference with my undertone, I prefer like my banana powders, my yellows. So I was so excited when Huda came out with a peach, because I do think that peach is really beautiful for more warm leaning skin tones. So I've got this on my Unearthly puff, and I'm just going to kind of like press it into my under eye. I've got a lot of things to do today. I'm going to be wearing my makeup a long time, so I am really making sure that I am setting my face with powder. If you do not have oily skin and live in a humid place like I do, you definitely do not have to use this much powder. But I am going to keep my peach powder to the center of my face when I set. I don't want to take it all over, because it is like that slight bit of like color correcting. I mean, a tiny bit, and the brightening. So I don't want to like take that everywhere. Just keeping it right in here, and I'm just going to really press and work that powder in, kind of even like rolling my sponge to make sure I get it set down. Okay, to set the rest of my face and kind of buff things in, I'm going to use my Lawless Perfecting Powder, talc-free skin smoothing powder, and I'm going to use this on a fluffy brush because I don't necessarily want like a ton of coverage or anything from this. I just kind of want to set things down and make sure like everything's looking seamless. So I did order this. I love Lawless, and they sent me a couple of shades. Well, they sent me a shade a while ago, and it's just a little bit light for me for like this. But I know so many people love the Lawless powder, so I was like, well, let me order my correct shade so I can see if I love it, and I've really been enjoying it. Again, I like to kind of set things down. I have oily skin, I have humidity fighting against me, so I like to just use a big fluffy brush, barely pick up powder, and make sure that my face is set. And this powder's been working really great for this. I've really, really been enjoying it. And this is my Singe brush. I'm just going to work this in everywhere that I didn't use the peach powder. Okay, I am really liking the way the complexion is coming together. I definitely have that medium coverage foundation and concealer. I can still see some of my like imperfections. I hate that. Some of my humanity showing through. But really nice. Like, I like it. The Natasha Denona blush is coming through. Really beautiful. Definitely have that glow. We are going to use our House Labs bronzer. This is not new. This is something that when I first tried it, I was like I like it. It's good, but I don't love it. And recently, I've been reaching for it a ton. I don't know. Like, I've just really been enjoying it. And like, it looks dark. It looks dark in the pan, but using a fluffy brush and a light hand, I enjoy it so much. So this is medium level 7 Power Sculpt bronzer. I'm going to use my BK Beauty Nikki LaRose brush. That's what I used for the blush as well. But I'm going to just pick up a little bit of this, and I don't know, like, if you have products in your collection that like you tried them and you like them and you didn't love them and you kind of went back to other things you enjoyed, and maybe it's just been like sitting in your makeup bag or your makeup drawer or wherever for a while, pull it back out, give it like a second chance and see, because you know, sometimes our preferences change, or we use things in a different way, or we use them with a new combination and end up really liking it. So I definitely don't think this is like my favorite bronzer in the world, like if I had to only keep one bronzer or anything, but I have been reaching for it and enjoying it with a larger, fluffier brush. Like, isn't that pretty? It gives a nice warmth. Now I'm going to put my bronzer on, and then we are going to kind of use a little makeup mist before we move on to brows. I am going to use my Patrick Ta Dewy Milk Mist for the face. This is She's Thirsty. I really like this with like a matte look to bring it back and give some glow, but I don't usually wear it with like other glowy products because it's all about balance for me and my oily skin. If I'm using a glowy foundation, I need the other things to be matte, you know? But I have been like loving this primer. I'm liking the foundation more today. So instead of going in with the matte setting spray, I do want to try it because I like to try things in all different ways before I can follow up reviews for y'all. So I want to try it with my glowy setting spray. Let me grab my little half magic fan and we'll see how everything like comes together with the setting spray. So I gave myself like a good spray and we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna be wearing this makeup all day and hopefully I'll be able to post like a review video very soon for y'all, letting you know like follow-ups on all of this. Oh, I think that's looking great though. Like that glowy spray just kind of gave me like a little umph, you know? Okay, I'm going to fill in my brows. I've filled in my brows with y'all like on video like twice this month already. To me, it's so boring to film. It's so boring to watch, not only myself, but other people do their brows. So if you want to see my brows, I've done it, I think twice this month. So I'm going to fill them in and we are going to test a new brow gel together because I did buy the new Brow Freeze gel from ABH and I'm enjoying it so far. So we'll put that on together. Okay, my brows are filled in and we are going to use the ABH Brow Freeze gel. And I think this has been working really well. I like a super stronghold brow product, like an obedient brow product. I don't want no flexible hold, nothing like that. If you love it, I love it for you. But my brows, you can see like my hair is so light. So I really like fill in my brows and use a deeper, darker shade, and I follow my natural brow. So you can see I have all this brow hair out here, and I don't want that to get lost when I like use my brow products. So I count on a brow product to put the hairs where I want them, to lay them down, to keep them in place and not move. And this has been doing that for me. It's been doing what it needs to do. I'm just kind of pushing my brows up, and then I'll let that dry. But I'm excited because we have a new palette to play with. This is the Electrum Heartbreaker palette. They did send me this palette, and I want to show you close-ups, and I want to show you lots of swatches, because this is like multi-chrome, holochrome, topper type palette. It's launching on the 26th, so Friday, and I'm super excited that they sent this to me. I think this is super beautiful. I really like the things I have from Electrum. I have a couple of palettes from them. One I bought, one they sent to me. I have some singles, and I know they're launching singles on Friday as well, so I think I might try to buy some of those. I will put the launch time and everything in the description box, and I'm not sure if they do affiliate codes or anything like that. I will see if I can find out, and definitely put that in the description box as well if that's the case. But I'm really, really looking forward to using this palette. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I am going to grab some matte shades so we can kind of get a matte and special shade look. You can definitely do an all shimmer, all multi-chrome, all whatever look if you want to. I just want to incorporate some mattes today. So I'll grab an eye primer, I'll grab a palette, and we are going to play, but the focus is going to be on the Heartbreaker 2 from Electrum. So the lip that we're going to do today is this color from Natasha Denona, part of her berry collection. So I want to keep that in mind while I'm doing my shadow look. I'm going to use mattes from my Adept Cosmetics collab, my Heather Austin palette. And I want to just stick with these two shades right here, Atlas and PaO2. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to use the mattes, and then we're going to jump over to Heartbreaker 2 for everything else. Okay, so I'm just taking Atlas, and I'm going to dust this on. I'm using brushes from my Sigma favorite set from my eye look. I'm so happy that Sigma restocked it, but I'm just going straight on top of my eyeshadow primer and buffing. Taking PaO2, and I'm putting that like on the lid in the outer portion, up, and then under the lower lash line. Nothing revolutionary about my matte placement today. I just want to focus on playing with these Electrum shadows. So I'm just deepening up the outer corner. I am going to spray all of my shimmers after I pick them up on my brush. So I'm going to put my brush in, pick up the shadow, and then spray it with a little bit of setting spray. I am going to take some powder on a puff, and I'm just going to kind of tap a little excess underneath my eye to catch any fallout, because I know I'm going to be really using some sparkle today. You don't have to do this. I just want to help as I'm like trying to buff away any fallout that I get. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I am going to pick up a shade. I think, oh, these are so pretty. So this one is like got holographic sparkle in it. This has like, I don't know, like this multicolor sparkle. It's like topper-like. I mean, you saw the swatches, beautiful. And then we have a lot of multi-chromes. We have several different formulas though. Like this one is different from this one. Some of them have more sparkles, some of them have a stronger shift, some of them, like I love different textures in a palette. So I was excited about that. But looking at the palette, I don't know, because I'm like, I'll pick out a shade, and then when I turn, I'm like, wait, is that the same shade? It's so pretty. I think what we're going to do is Dream On. We're going to take this shade first, and I'm going to pick it up on my brush. I'm going to spray my brush, and we're going to layer it on top of what we have going on the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm going to kind of look straight on in my mirror, and I'm going to press that shadow right here. I was trying to kind of move my mirror, make sure I don't block showing y'all. And I'm only going to take it like halfway across. So I'm kind of pressing first, and then I will kind of blend once I have most of it pressed off my brush. This is going to be very, very subtle, but very pretty. Okay, we have that little bit on the lower lash line, very subtle, but still like special. I like just doing things to my eye look, like adding extras that maybe not like super impactful at first, but they do kind of like elevate the look to where when I'm living my life, I'm walking around, I catch myself in a mirror, I'm like, oh, that's a little extra and I like it. So I really like having that sparkle on the lower lash line, but I want the star of the show to be You Wish, the one with the holographic sparkle to it. It's just, it needs to have a moment, and that moment needs to be kind of all here above my lid because I want you to really be able to see it, just not covering up our deep dark matte, just kind of blending to it. I'm ready to sparkle. That's beautiful. That has a lot of sparkle. That really does. Oh, I love, love, love that shade. That is so beautiful. Okay. I really like that. I think this is a very unique shade in my collection. And I have a large collection of shadows, but that has like this gorgeous purple, pink, red kind of shift to it, almost even a little peachy. But the amount of like hollow sparkle, maybe you can see kind of here in the mirror, it's really, really gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna take that topper shade called Heartbreaker and pop it on the inner corner. I've got it on my brush, and I really like that. There's something about this shade that makes me think of like birthday cake, like funfetti birthday cake, the sprinkles, because there's like such beautiful color and shimmer particles to it. I don't know, but it makes me think of that, like funfetti birthday cake. Ugh, now I'm hungry. But it's like 8 a.m., Heather. You can't have funfetti birthday cake. Get over it. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Okay, I really like this. I know it's kind of simple, like just 5 shadows, but I really like the way it's coming together. When I placed my About Face order, I bought a liner. This is the Longwear Gel Eyeliner in Devil's Diary, and I've worn it a handful of times. Well, not a handful of times. Twice. That's not a handful, Heather. Twice. And it's lasted really well. It's very creamy. I have another shade too that I bought, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm interested to see if like just this shade is good, or if the other one is great too. That will make me super happy. I'm just going to put this in the waterline. And then I do want to do liquid liner. I'm going to use my GlamLite Calligrapher liner because it's so amazing. I've seen so many brands now like trying to dupe this style that GlamLite did like 3 years ago. I'm so happy they brought this back. And I'm going to use, so I ordered this from GlamLite, and then I also ordered the Haunted eyelashes from GlamLite. I do have an affiliate code with GlamLite. It is Heather Austin if you're ever shopping their site. But yeah, I ordered these, the Haunted eyelashes from Scooby-Doo. So I'm going to throw these on, and then I'll come back. We still need to do the Natasha Denona highlighter and lip, and we'll see how it comes together. But this eye look, oh, I am feeling it. Y'all, this hair is probably gonna have to go up because the rain, the humidity, is just making it like bleh, poofy, and I can feel it, and it's getting on my nerves. But this look, do we see this eye look? One, the lash is like giving me what I want, but the shadows, I'm so into. Okay, I'm very excited to keep playing with this Heartbreaker 2 palette. I like the artwork. I think she looks so cute. And I like that we have these like purpley pink reds, but then we have like green. I'm into it. I think this is fun. This is very cute. We're gonna highlight though. We're gonna use our trio and we are going to highlight. So let me grab a brush. Okay, so this is Dream Glow. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. I love Natasha Denona highlighters. I think they just like sink into the skin so beautifully. That is giving me exactly what I want it to give me. So pretty. Highlight my nose, highlight my lip. We're glowing. It's giving me that like wet look. I'm here for it. Let's do our lip though. Is that the last product we have? We have the lip. So I also ordered the, what is it called? Berry Pop. Berry Pop lip crayon and Berry Pop lipstick and Berry Pop. We are going to, let me wipe off the excess lip oil first actually. That's a pretty color and our eye look is gonna flow so well with this. I already have Natasha Denona blushes, highlighters, lip liner, lipstick, so new shades, but I already know I like the formula, you know. Okay, let's do the lipstick. Natasha Denona lip liners are really beautiful, really creamy, and when I first tried her lip liner formula, I was a little nervous because I thought it was so creamy that it wasn't gonna stay in place, but they do. They last, they don't like smudge, and they're creamy. This is a beautiful lip color. I really like the way the lip color looks with our eye look and the blush. I really, really like this. I really like how the cheeks look, how the eyes look, how everything came together. It's making me super happy. I could definitely go more intense with the blush if I want to, or layer it on top of the powder. I do that with Natasha Denona products like this sometimes, but I don't want to do that today. I like the way it's looking now, and I'm so into this look, y'all. I feel like maybe some of these products will become like favorites for me. Like this cheek trio, of course, the palette, the One Size primer for sure. The Fenty concealer I think is looking really nice too. I don't think it's like overly hydrating to where it just like looks sticky under my eyes. I think it's giving me a beautiful medium coverage. The foundation I think is nice. I don't know that I love it because, you know, I had one time where I used it and I wasn't obsessed. Today was a lot better, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep playing with that. The Brow Freeze doing well. The Huda powder, just a new shade, not a new to me formula, but I think we found some winners. I think I'm a little like, ooh la la, when I look at my look, and when I look at my look, that's right, I'm happy with this. I will link everything down below. I will list it all out. Anything I can think of. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I hope that we will subscribe if you liked this video because I have lots of content coming, and I will see you very soon in another one. Bye!